Aloha friends, this is Tito coming to you on this edition of Getting to the Core. Before we start, as always, I want you to just loosen it up and do a big old stretch there and that feels good. That the blood flows and it pumps into your brain so that you're wide awake to receive this information. So last post that I put out, we actually talked about 3 action steps that it's time to make your New Year's resolutions, to start planning your New Year's resolution right away. 3 action steps. If you forgot what those action steps were, take a look below. There'll be a link to go back to that last post again. Now, for those of you who have done those action steps before, and I've got my friend David Dorado, who actually came out and he put a comment on it and said, yes, he started working on his goals and he's reaching the 95% of his goal, which is fantastic from the day that he started writing those goals down. Now, how come when we go in and we set those resolutions, some people cannot sustain it? And one of the key things on Achievers and Super Achievers, they appear and they seem to be able to sustain a level of action and activity, that creates the results for them becoming achievers and super achievers. So a lot of my coaching clients were not able to sustain, although they've actually went in and developed and took the 3 action steps to sustain that level. So that got me into thinking. So I dig deep down. I went to talk to my mentors. I went to those folks who are actually achievers and super achievers that surround me and are part of my life. And I started reading in some books. And what I came down, and I'm going to share with you today what I found out, the core insights. That's what this is all about, right? Getting to the core of what it is. So the core of why the sustainability cannot be there really has to do with 2 words: self-image. That's right, self-image. What does that mean? Well, really, your self-image is created from the results you have from your past experience. That makes sense? So the past experiences, the results from those past experiences start going into your conscious mind and your subconscious mind and creates a mirror for you, a self-image. And that self-image affects your self-esteem. That's correct. You always wonder, if you tried something before and somebody said you did not make it, you failed at it, and you wondered, was it possible? Is it possible that I'm going to make it because I've never been able to? Some conversation, some experience, some of the environment that surrounded you affected your self-esteem. Like I've always said, the past made you who you are here today. You have to accept that. And that sets you up for how you act today. That sets you up for what you will do. So your self-image translates into the actions you take. So if you're trying to get into shape and you've tried over and over and it never worked, and you always come and somebody's around you, either someone's close, your spouse, your parents, whoever that might be, that said, you know what, you've been trying so much you can't do it. So that ingrainedly, you might fight against it, but your subconscious takes that in, and that creates part of your self-image. It's the self-image. So how does the self-image expand? How does that create? Well, there are 3 key things that actually helps build a self-image, that creates that self-image. And that the first one is self-talk. Sometimes you see in a comic book strip, you see the angel and you see the devil that's talking over here. That's your self-talk. That's the voice inside of you that's saying, well, I'm not too sure if I'm going to do that, Tito. I'm not too sure you can do that, Tito, because you tried last time and it didn't work. And then that inner voice, that self-talk, is actually a result of all those conversations, the results of your past experiences coming back at you. And then the second thing is your limiting beliefs. When you were younger, you said you would become a doctor. You talk to the little kids and they could take over the world. They could do just about anything. When you graduate, I'm going to become president, and then suddenly, no, I'm not going to be president no more. Or no, I can't be a doctor no more. Whatever that is, you create a set of limiting beliefs. You had a box that had no limitations. You were not living inside the box. In fact, when you were younger, there was no box at all. The world was your oyster, you see. You looked at the world and everything was possible. You know, when you looked at the word impossible for you as a kid, you said, I am possible, and impossible does not exist. So your limiting beliefs was there. It's created by, again, the results that you've had in your past experiences, your past interactions, and the people that you surround yourself with. If they keep on telling you that you can't, then you are going to start to believe that self-talk again, that you can't. And the third part, and I think this one is most probably the toughest one, and it's the one that's going to hurt when I say it to you. It's what I call comparitis. You know, keeping up with the Joneses, you've heard that before, comparitis. Comparitis is really creates your self-image, because when you compare yourself to somebody else, you're looking at your brother-in-law, you're looking at your best friend, you're looking at your sister-in-law or your sister, and you're saying, well, they are able to do this, this, and this, and this, and this, and I can't. So that's the self-talk, and that's the limiting beliefs. They're able to do that. And then sometimes in the comparitis, you start judging other people too. You start telling them, you know, they're doing this because they're ready, they're willing to circumvent the law. You know, they're not as ethical as they can be, because you want to push other people down to elevate yourself, as opposed to standing on the shoulders of giants, as opposed to taking a look at what they're doing great and learning from them. So comparitis is a disease. It's a disease because you are competing against somebody else, and you're comparing yourself to somebody else. But everyone, and I keep saying this, everyone has their own journey. You must live your journey. All right? There's no one set specific rule. There's a set of values. There's a set of things that the people have worked in the path of success before, and you can learn from them. But you must discover yourself. You are one unique individual, full of gifts and power to give to the world, full of love and abundance to ooze out and give to the world, and yet you compare yourself to somebody else. Don't do that. So 3 things, as usual, 3 things I'm going to give you today. 3 things that, what I call core actions, right? K-O-R-E, actions. Those core actions are going to help you change your self-image by addressing your self-talk, by addressing your limiting beliefs, and by stopping your comparitis. All right? So here are the 3 things. Are you ready? Oh, it's just great. The first thing is write about what you do that is awesome. Write about what you do that is awesome. If you keep a journal, I recommend it strongly. Keep a journal. Go into your notes, onto your iPhone, or talk into it. I mean, I always carry my iPhone here, and I actually speak into this, and I have Evernote. And Evernote, I put into there, what are the things, the words that would describe you that makes me awesome? So passionate, enthusiastic, family man, that type of thing. Those are the key words that once you hone in and what you put into your mind is going to help you change your self-talk. Now, the second piece is create a BHAG. B-H-A-G, right? I mean, B-H-A-G. BHAG, what does that stand for? Big, hairy, audacious goal. That's right. It's from Jim Collins. I didn't invent that. Big, hairy, audacious goal. You want to set up something that's great. You want to reach for the moon, all right? Why do you want to reach for the moon? Well, because it's possible. It's being a kid again. It's saying, why not? Why not? If you do not get there, the journey that will take you to that BHAG is going to be so incredible. I promise you, I guarantee you, all right? That will set up your belief. Okay, you must create in your heart and in your soul the spirit of belief that success is possible. And success, my definition, my favorite definition of success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal. The progressive realization towards a worthy goal. And what that means is that every step that you take, you are getting better. So it's not about being the best tomorrow. It's just about being better each and every day. So that's the third component, the third core action you're going to take to help you squash that bad self-image, change it, change your self-talk, explode the borders, the boundaries of your limiting beliefs, and that is celebrate your success. Because success is the progressive realization towards a worthy goal. So every step that you take, if it's just about, yesterday you said that you were going to pick up the phone and call that prospect because it's a cold call and you're going to call them up. No, they might say no, they might pick up the phone, but you know what? If it is the fact that you picked up the phone, celebrate the fact you picked up the phone. Turn up the music, start doing a crazy dance, Get yourself excited because you've done something more than you did yesterday. If you did 5 cold calls yesterday in sales, today you do 6. Celebrate the fact that you did 1 more. And if you do that each and every day, and you are believing in yourself, you will create the spirit of belief of success. You will change your self-image because you're addressing your self-talk. You're exploding, making it disappear the boundaries of your limiting beliefs. And you know what? You're not comparing yourself to anybody because the only one you're getting better against is yourself each and every day. So I hope you like that. That's it. That's all for today. I can't wait for coming back to you again. I hope this was valuable to you. If it was, please make sure you comment below. Send me an email. You can always reach me. All the information is below downstairs. As always, I will remind you, the past makes you who you are here today. But what you do with what you have today, what you learn, what you have today, will design and build your future tomorrow. This is Tito Kang saying aloha, mahalo, make today BAMDIGIOUS, and as always, to your prodigious success.